Since independence, the City of Windhoek was always under control of the SWAPO party. However, things have changed, with SWAPO no longer in charge and no party with an outright majority. The situation called for the formation of coalitions to see decisions pushed through and service delivered to the people. This, though, proved to be the Achilles heel for the opposition. Despite not having an outright majority, the SWAPO party was able to grab and take control of the management committee. Meanwhile, frequent complaints around the provision of basic services like water and electricity are piling up, while calls for delivery of urban land and housing date back to the pre-independence era. The election campaigns during which the current council was elected was filled with promises of improved service delivery, and outspoken activist Dr. Job Amupanda cemented his campaign on the premise of delivery of serviced land. The academic became the first opposition mayor in the history of the city. Amupanda's rise to the helm of the city's political leadership sowed hope and resulted in new enthusiasm among residents. But pressure for the delivery of the promised land grew, and Amupanda's perceived backtracking on the issue tested the patience of those who boasted of having put him in the mayoral chair. Not long after, the city experienced a land-grabbing campaign of epic proportions. By then, cracks started showing in the relationship between the opposition coalition, calling themselves progressive forces. As AR's mayorship tenure came to an end, Landless People's Movement councillor Sadei Kavangas was elected as mayor. Despite trying to paint a picture of an effectively functioning council, the coalition could not hold it together. At one point, council called two separate media conferences, providing conflicting information to journalists and raising even more eyebrows on a coalition at crossroads. By the end of Kavangas' term as mayor, coalition broke down, with the council unable to form a quorum to take decisions, with parties staging walkouts or simply not attending the meetings to elect office bearers. After 2 months in the doldrums, the council met in January and elected seasoned accountant Joseph Wabingene of Nudo as chair of the council. Only 3 SWAPO members were elected, leaving 2 spaces vacant. The progressive forces pulled a strange political stunt, placing nominations among themselves only to pull out of the race later. Urban and Rural Development Minister Erastus Utoni finally broke his silence and summoned the city political leadership and directed them to sort out their issues before the end of this month. Emil Gamro Seibeb, NBC News, Windhoek.